Hi, welcome to the American Dream, ? Car culture, the world, and you. So let me just explain the activity real quickly. A huge focal point this year in the course Modern World History is for the students to make historical connections, not only between events, but also connecting the events to their own individual lives. So this project was designed for them to do that. They had to connect the end of World War II with the resulting baby boom and such in the U.S. to our crisis in the Middle East in a number of different countries there. So we'll go in a second and take a look at what they came up with. Let me introduce myself. My name is Ian Dool. I'm a social studies teacher at New Trier High School, which you see behind me in the what's called the North Shore of Chicago. About a quarter mile that way is Lake Michigan. About 10 miles behind me is the city of Chicago. And this is one of two campuses. This is the sophomore through senior campus, has about 10,000 kids, or 3,000 kids, and then our freshman campus has about another 1,000. So it's a pretty big school district. Okay, let's go inside and see what the kids came up with. Hi, welcome to the American Dream, our car culture, the world and you, a student getting their license, a huge rite of passage, and our connection to the current crisis in the Middle East. So here, again, there's just a reminder of the different National Geographic perspectives that I think our project worked well with. So the first thing they did was a demographic study of the high school that we attend, New Trier High School, from the 50s up to the present time. And they made a line graph of the data, and it showed an obvious spike in the school population, resulting in the creation of another campus. And then they had a discussion about the growth of the suburbs after World War II relating to the baby boom, how it affected their lives on a spatial, economic perspective in the development of the suburbs, and then the ensuing dependence on the automobile that resulted from the creation of the suburbs. And then they were challenged to show how the car has become an important part of our culture in the U.S. and then has diffused globally. And again, that is completely dependent on oil, and how that has led to our situation in the Middle East. So the kids went out and gathered evidence about how the cars are not just a mode of transportation, but so much more than that. And here are just some examples of that. This is a really interesting one. Most of the kids in my school drive to school or are dropped off in cars. And this is kind of an interesting thing that relates economically to our situation here. Only seniors get parking passes, so a lot of community members rent out driveway space. This particular house has usually 8 to 10 cars parked in it, and again, the students pay them to rent out that space. This was a little field trip we took one day. We just went out and about and walked around, and again, I encouraged kids to consider how research can be observational and experiential, not just kind of library time. So this was them out and about gathering evidence. And again, this is a clip from one of the girls' videos showing our car culture and how it is local, but it's definitely diffused on a global scale. There's the Batmobile. And drive-through restaurants, obviously, another thing relating to our car culture on a local but also a global scale. And this was a fun one. These guys, they created Oil Man, so anytime in their video that they incorporated a discussion about oil, Oil Man would jump into the scene and take over the dialogue. These girls did kind of a storyboard type of format to get across their information. And again, this page is showing these perspectives here. I think the project did relate to all of the main categories, but I think it related best to the skills category for the learning framework. Definitely, they dealt with people, places, and earth systems and the creation of the suburbs. Communication, they did communicate in a variety of media forms through their finished product. Collaboration, obviously, it was a group product, and they had to address different personalities and such. And then definitely argument-based. They had to make an argument connecting World War II and the current crisis in the Middle East, and support that with a variety of evidence. And that's it. Thanks for watching.